But first in St. Paul, Tom Brookshire has a pre-fight interview with Ken Norton.
In a short while, Kenny Norton, Kenny, you're going to be climbing into that ring against Jose Garcia that 5 years ago did knock you out, hit you with the big left hook. Will you be looking for the hook early in the first round? Will you look for him to come out steaming?
Well, I think that it would be a very interesting fight because of the fact he has to come out early and try to take me out because he can't do it over a period of time. So I feel that he will come out and just try to take advantage of the situation and try to just kind of hurry things on, which will be, if he does, it's just what I want. I'll be waiting for him.
All right, now since that time, of course, you've run off the impressive string, including a decision over Muhammad Ali. Do you look back to that fight? Have you analyzed that fight to find out maybe why Kenny Norton was not effective that one particular evening against Garcia?
Well, I think that I knew it after the fight. It was just a thing of taking a man for granted. We knew nothing about the individual. And so I just took it for granted and paid for it. No excuses. There's no excuses for losing. You know, if you lose, there's no excuse. And that night he was a better man. Tonight I'll be the better man.
All right. Some people around boxing still think that you can be touched with the left hook. Have you thought about that? Have you worked on keeping the hand up, the right hand up?
I can be touched, but nobody's touching me with it. Coy didn't touch me with it. Ali's a very good hooker. He touched me with it a few times, but nothing devastating. It's just knowing when to drop the right hand and when not to drop the right hand. Everybody has mistakes, but the thing is getting caught and making those mistakes, and that's the trick. Nobody can catch me making them.
I guess it's more important to talk about your last fight against Jerry Quarry. You were pure destruction.
I had a very good night, and God willing, I'll have a good night tonight.
Kenny, thank you very much. I know you're getting ready for the fight. Thank you for coming on for CBS. We appreciate it.
No, thank you very much.
All right, Ken.
Good night.
I'll be back to set the stage for the Ken Norton-Jose Luis Garcia fight right after this message.
CBS Spectacular, yeah!
How do you spell relief?
When I have heartburn, I spell relief R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
For acid indigestion, I spell it R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Rolaids spells relief. In this test with Rolaids active ingredient, laboratory acid changes color to prove Rolaids consumes 47 times its weight in excess stomach acid. How do you spell relief?
For gas, I know. R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Rolaids spells relief.
The prices are low and the mileage is high. This time of the year is a great time to buy.
Get a good deal and good gas mileage, too. End of year clearance can mean deals for you.
It's a great time to buy.
That's right, America. It's clearance time at your Chevy dealers, including 7 little Chevys equipped with a 140 cubic inch 2-barrel engine that got over 30 miles per gallon in national EPA highway tests. 2 of our little Vegas are rated at 37 miles per gallon in the highway test and 23 in the city test. 2 others got 32 miles per gallon in the highway test and 19 in the city test. And 3 little Monzas also achieved 32 miles per gallon in the highway test and 19 in the city test. Good gas mileage, low prices. Don't make any year-end deal till you see your Chevy dealer.
The prices are low and the mileage is high. This time of the year is a great time to buy.
That's right, America. Don't make any year-end deal till you see your Chevy dealer.
Probably you're all familiar with Ken Norton's record, certainly his crowning achievements of splitting 2 decisions with and breaking the jaw of Muhammad Ali. But back in 1970, when he was still undefeated, winner of 15 out of 16 fights by knockouts, Norton took on a young man named Jose Luis Garcia of Venezuela, formerly identified as the world's skinniest pearl diver, most of whose boxing had been done in South America. And Garcia stunned the boxing world and Ken Norton with an 8th-round knockout. And it's that loss that Norton tried to avenge in St. Paul. So let's go to Tom Brookshire and Angelo Dundee at ringside.
St. Paul, Minnesota, in the new Civic Center here, which houses 19,000 seats. We're here for a heavyweight boxing fight, a 12-rounder. I'm Tom Brookshire, along with Angelo Dundee. Ange, you've been around boxing inside, outside, on top of, on both sides of, since 1948. You've been with Ali since the inception. Kenny Norton against Jose Garcia. What can we look for, and what are the chances of a real good fight tonight?
Well, we're going to find out tonight if lightning can strike twice because Norton got stiffened by Jose Garcia with a good fashion left hook, a punch that Ken Norton is susceptible to. Garcia, kind of a guy that can bang you out with a shot. He's up and down, but mostly when he's with his manager, Willie Ketchum, he's in great condition, and he comes to fight, and I think we're in for a great night of boxing tonight. Kenny Norton, tripping the life fantastic. Everybody wants to get the Big Apple, fight Muhammad. So this way he's gambling tonight. So he knows what he must do. It's a tough fight. I make it a very difficult fight. It's going to be a knockout. I put it to you that way. But either guy can get knocked out. I'll put it that way also.
Are your tires growing old too fast? Have you ever wondered why? Well, your tires are mounted on moving steering and suspension parts, and like all moving parts, they wear. This usually causes misalignment that shortens tire life and can reduce steering control. To protect tire life, get a regular alignment and parts check, and replace worn parts with Moog problem-solving parts. That way, you can be sure you never waste a good tire on a worn front end.
The main event of the evening, scheduled for 12 rounds. World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Rematch. Introducing. Get him. To my left, he's in the right corner, wearing blue trunks with a white stripe. Hard-punching, top-ranking contender for world heavyweight honors from Caracas, Venezuela. Here he is, Jose Garcia. His opponent, to my right, is wearing blue trunks with a white stripe.
Look at
He
him.
knocked out Jerry Cody and has defeated Muhammad Ali. Sensational, hard-punching challenger for the heavyweight championship of the world. From San Diego, California, here he is, Ken Norton. 12 rounds. Your referee, Denny Nelson.
Chuck Van Avery has just gone over the introductions and all. Kenny Norton at 218, 213 pounds for Garcia. They're both in blue. The dark blue will appear black on your screen if you're watching in black and white. That's Kenny Norton, the number 3 ranked heavyweight in the world. And of course, Garcia has a little bit lighter blue trunks with the white trim. Angelo, at this time, the intimidation factor. Actually, Garcia knocked out Norton the last time, but Norton is considered the better fighter. Is there a factor right now in
Oh,
intimidation?
definitely. They figured lightning can strike twice, and Garcia wants to make it strike twice tonight. Kenny got to be a little careful in that first round, but that's when everybody's susceptible to a knockout. So it's going to be, I think, a tough first round for Kenny Norton.
All right, Kenny Norton out. We're about ready for action here at St. Paul, and the crowd is ready. We've had 3 good preliminary fights, and let's get on with it. It's Norton circling to the left. Throw out the soft left. Sort of searching. There's Garcia's first touching left, standing and just weaving. Norton is not forcing the action yet, Angelo.
Well, he's being a little careful because this fella throws bombs like you saw right then. And if he can land early, he can put some hurt on somebody.
Jose at one time weighed about 180 pounds, a pearl diver who's now at 213 pounds and a lot bigger than I anticipated him to be. Good left hand. This is with a wild hook. Norton very strong. Good left hand. Got him pinned right above us here. Garcia with his back to the ropes. Norton up or under. Good left hand by Garcia. Backed him right out. He's missed. Garcia. Kidney. Short right hand. Not too much on it.
Garcia's fighting a very determined fight. He's being aggressive and carrying the plate to Kenny. Kenny's going to have to break that up because this guy can punch with either hand.
You have to keep in mind that Garcia was leading the fight when he knocked him out. Now he comes out and moves across, doesn't land anything. Norton with a short chopping right hand. Norton has his man there. Garcia doesn't seem to be backing off much. Short chopping right by Kenny Norton. Garcia's backed into the corner, into Norton's corner. Round 1 of 12. Big right hand.
They're really going for broke, Tom. Left hook by Garcia.
Misses with the right hand. Garcia now on the offensive. Good left hand by Norton. Good left hand by Norton.
Very dangerous in there, Tom, for Norton to be trading with this guy, because this guy is definitely a better puncher, and he really throws pineapples all the time. So I think Kenny's going to have to watch himself in close.
Two good right hands by Norton. Overhand right. Garcia not backing off a bit. Short right hand. Toe-to-toe for round number 1.
When you buy a seat on a bus, you have several choices, the best of which is Trailways. It's a better seat. It's all fabric. It reclines a full 145 degrees. It has an exclusive adjustable headrest with wings for support when you nap. Plus, every Trailways seat has a footrest. Like I said, it's a better seat, and better yet, it's the same price. Next time, take a Trailways. For my money, it's the best bus going.
Jose Garcia, Ken Norton.
All right, round 2. Norton up. Garcia was already up off his stool. Ketchum had him out there early. Norton covering up and moving ahead. That is an awkward style, isn't it, to fight, Angelo?
Yes, it is. I mean, they're both throwing a lot of feints at each other, trying to move each other into position, both looking for the big punch. I think Kenny shouldn't look to load up with this guy and just bide his time.
Good jab by Garcia. Combination left-right on the button. Misses a big right hand, but still moves in. Digs him. Hits a strong right hand by Garcia. Misses. High on the hip. A looping left. Norton getting wild, too, now coming back. Garcia up against the ropes.
Right hand by Garcia definitely hurt Norton. Lucky that follow-up left hook didn't come through, but he definitely was stung.
Norton now working inside, right above us here. Garcia pinned on the ropes, but not necessarily taking too much. You can almost hear the breathing where Angelo Dundee and I are at this moment. Garcia content to stay there. Norton now trying to open it up. Garcia with 2 good shots. Norton trying to get that guard down. Garcia with his back to you. Kenny Norton working on him.
Kenny using that pickaboo of Archie Moore. He's doing a good job, but he's got to be very careful when he opens up, like right there.
Garcia with a quick right hand, and he throws it quickly. And not the least bit odd that he's fighting Kenny Norton. There's the cover-up that Angelo talked about. These two haven't been 5 feet apart since they came in to get their gloves on. Left and right by Garcia. A right high off the head by Garcia.
Amazing thing is Garcia's a good puncher in close, too.
Ooh, straight up. An uppercut with a left hand by Norton. Ooh, glory by Garcia. Norton backed out of there. A little bit of trouble. Norton staying right on top. The man with his back is Garcia, but he's been scoring effectively even though he's been on the ropes. Norton with a right hand. A left hand. Now a right hand. Now Garcia comes back. Ooh. They are digging each other tough. Ooh, a right hand by Garcia. Misses. Big hand by Norton.
Great fight.
great. Great action.
The 1975 Ford Torino. Look close at what you get for what you pay. A comfortable midsize with room for 6. Torino's low base sticker price includes equipment you want in a car like this. Automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, steel belted radials. No competing car offers all these in its base price. No wonder Ford Torino is America's best-selling 4-door midsize. Ford means value, and prices may never be lower. See your local Ford dealer.
You've got to keep your eye on the ball.
But, Mom, how can I keep my eye on the ball when my feet are itching like crazy?
Oh? Well, we better have a look.
Flaky, peely. That looks like athlete's foot. Here's what I always use. Absorbing Junior. Absorbing Junior stops itch in seconds. Kills fungus on contact to help heal athlete's foot. Mom, I can feel it working. Sure, Absorbing Junior works. For me and my doubles partner. Try some.
Kill the body and the head dies. That's a saying that goes back to the London prize ring of the 18th century. And if you watch closely, you'll see its contemporary application.
We're talking about hot action. Angelo Dundee, I've played football about every sport. There's nothing like the man-to-man war that goes on in a boxing ring when two heavyweights get in there. This is incredible.
This is incredible. They're both in great shape, and they're both gambling. I don't know. Ken Norton gambling is worrying me. He should really play it cool and take his time. Him gambling in there, the other guy's the better banger.
What do you think Slayton is saying to him now?
He's saying smother him. Don't let him get the big bomb on you, because Kenny's covering up pretty wisely in there. But when he throws punches, he's leaving his chin open.
Round three, and you haven't been able to get a water jug in between these two. They go out there and tee it up and start out the third round. Garcia on your right. Kenny Norton, number 3, and thinking about a big fight next spring, which might have been a mistake. Ooh, good combinations by Norton. Garcia staying close. A much better infighter than we might have expected to see. Norton covering up. Two big men. Right and then left by Norton. Left and right by Norton. He put a lot into those punches. And Garcia refuses to go. A right hand by Kenny Norton. Garcia is not just lying there now. He's being forced to stay where he is.
Those punches times sound better than what they are. I don't like Norton opening up like he's doing.
Kenny Norton keeping the pressure. He missed with that chopping right hand. 2 or 3. One thing about Jose Garcia, he is not afraid, and he's a very cool man. Norton still with pressure. With his back to you. Digging to the body, looking for the head.
I think our friend Garcia is playing pussycat in there. I think he's going to come through now with some good shots. There we go.
Again, Garcia does not appear to be in a panic situation. Norton very cool, though, always poised, but having some trouble. The man from Venezuela. Stands him back up. There's Norton with the combination. The action head-to-head and toe-to-toe. Two good left hands. And here comes Garcia. Oh. Good combinations, Angelo. He's got Norton in trouble.
By Garcia.
The right hand, a short right. Quick punches, short punches.
Real tough, grueling fighters. A real great fight for two heavyweights, and they haven't slowed down the pace. Something's got to give.
Norton at 218. Garcia at 213. And an inch taller. Uh-oh. Perhaps a low blow. Let's see what they call it. Garcia is down and holding down low, but now he's back on his feet. Kenny Norton in the neutral corner. Jose Garcia down with a chopping left to the midsection. But back battling in center ring. The end of round 3 and battling at the bell.
In the dull and commonplace occurrences of day-to-day living, one thing stands out as a completely unique experience. Colt 45 malt liquor.
Angelo Dundee, we're looking at young Garcia, who did go to the canvas, but didn't appear to be tremendously shaken by it.
Great left hook to the pit of the stomach. Didn't expect it. Great punch. I think that he was caught by surprise with it. He's going to have to come back real strong. I don't think Kenny Norton's going to try to let him off the hook.
Kenny Norton, of course, in the other ring being talked to right now by Slayton and company, has never lifted a weight in his life, Angelo. The body on Ken Norton is natural. He just has a super physique to work in the ring with. He's 218 pounds, and we were talking, he might go 235 if he wasn't in the trim he's in right now.
Round 4. Jose Garcia. Ken Norton.
Kenny Norton coming out. I noticed Norton that time stared across at Garcia. Ooh, a right hand by Garcia.
Right hand by Garcia. Staggered Kenny Norton.
Missed with the left. The right hand, though, definitely landed by Garcia. Kenny Norton now going to work, trying to get those hands down. Jose Garcia. Smart move. Missed the right hand. He's learned a lot, Angelo.
Oh, he's fighting a real cagey, smart fight. Outside that knockdown, that last round, that was really nip and tuck.
Norton on the left now with a combination. That's Garcia in a little bit of trouble on the ropes right now. Norton very strong. Can go the distance if he has to. Ali knows that. Your fighter, right? Norton very strong. Garcia, very quick puncher. To the left. Garcia is right in his own corner. Comes out with the right hand. Norton is working. Ahead. The right hand to the body. Now the left hand. Uh-oh, that's chopping right hand. And now Garcia comes out. Toe-to-toe and backs Kenny Norton off. And Norton is back in again. These two haven't stopped. Right hand by Garcia underneath.
Remarkable the shots that Kenny Norton's catching, and he's taking them well. This kid Garcia can really punch really. And that first right hand he landed, I thought was pay dirt.
Ooh, combination. Big left hook. Garcia, Jose Garcia is down. Coming off a right hand, Kenny Norton really struck a left hook high on the head. Second knockdown. Round 4 of 12. Garcia back to work, and here's Norton lining it up. That was some hook that Kenny Norton laid on him that
those
time.
body shots really took their toll on Garcia. But he's
Left
dangerous
and right.
even when he's like in the position that he's in. There we go.
Ooh, good right hand by Garcia. Left by Norton. Ooh, right hand uppercut. Norton is putting it on him now. Garcia's in trouble. Has to move. Comes out swinging. Norton won't let him off. Right above us now. Norton with the left. This is the uppercut. Kenny Norton keeping the pressure on.
10 seconds to go.
25 KOs by Kenny Norton from San Diego.
Another left hook to the body.
Left to the body.
Great left hook to the body.
Garcia back with a right hand at the bell, and they're fighting at the bell. Into round 4.
I gotta pull over.
What's wrong, honey?
This headache. We got anything for it?
Something strong. Anison's adult strength.
The others are for adults, too.
But while Bayer, Bufferin, and Anacin start with the same amount of pain reliever, adult strength Anacin adds 23% more. Then Anacin adds an extra ingredient not found in the others.
Home at last.
Feels good. And that Anacin? Forgot all about my headache.
We did it before, and we can do it again. This time, it's a nationwide sale from Chrysler Corporation.
Yeah, Joe.
All right. You can get up to $300 cash back on new 1975 Plymouths, Dodges, and full-size Chryslers. And $200 back on Dusters, Valiants, Darts, Dodge pickups, and vans. Come on down to your participating Dodge or Chrysler Plymouth dealers for their nationwide sale.
We did it before, we'll do it again.
Referee just warned Norton for a low blow. Now, the best shot that Norton's nailing this kid is those left hooks to the body.
Okay, round number 5, and Kenny Norton might be awkward, but he can work, and he's been working head-to-head with Garcia. Had him down twice. We're in the 5th.
I think Kenny's looking for another big shot downstairs.
Backing him right above us now. Garcia's back's to us, and he's covering up now. There's no pretense now. A right hand by Garcia, a left and right, maybe blocked. Combination. Ooh. Norton working inside, covering up. Ooh. Right hand of the kiddies. Get the... Oh. He's been going to the low blow, remember. Jose Garcia on the deck for the 3rd time. The neutral corner right above us is Kenny Norton. Looks like it is going to be over. Kenny Norton. Kenny Norton wins it. He wins his 33rd fight. A KO in the 5th round. Angelo, it was the big left again, huh?
Well, they're claiming a low blow in the corner. Claiming he got hit a low blow. But the referee's calling it a knockout.
1 minute 50 seconds for the 5th round. The winner, Ken Norton. Ken Norton. Winner was Norton. Go on, beat it.
Monroe brings the incredible lifting power of air down to solid ground. With Monroe Max Air, air adjustable shock absorbers, heavy duty shock absorbers. And when you need extra lift, just add air. It's like having an extra set of springs whenever you need them. So ride the air. Monroe Max Air. Monroe, first in shocks, you'll feel the difference.
You know, Radio Shack's tremendous factory direct purchase means you can get this famous Archer TV antenna at the super low price of only $19.88 at Radio Shack stores nationwide. Worn out antenna, new set, or just looking for better TV and FM reception? Well, here's the answer at a price you can easily afford. Radio Shack has all the accessories for easy do-it-yourself installation. The Archer Super Color Special Antenna, and there's only one place you can find it. Radio Shack.
The great sports writer Damon Runyon once said that the place to go after a fight is to the loser's dressing room. The only problem with that is that frequently the loser can't talk. That wasn't the case with the fight you saw today. But the interest was in Ken Norton, whose victory kept him in line for a 3rd fight with heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali. Tom Brookshire talked with him after the bout.
All right, Kenny Norton, we're probably going to see this knocked out again. You kept hitting him with the big hook downstairs. You went to work there, and you did stay with your plan for what you wanted to do, right?
That's very true. I told Bill that, prior to the fight that I wanted to punish the man. And I started going to the head a little bit too soon, and in the corner, Bill told me to go back to the body. And this is what I was trying to do. I'd forget every now and then, get carried away. But he had a lot of fat around his body, so I figured he couldn't take a good body punch.
Kenny, it surprised me that he did come out and hit you with some good shots, and we know he's a big puncher, and you walked right back in there and got head-to-head and went to work again.
That's because of the fact that I think I'm a better fighter today than I was 5 years ago. I think I proved it by the way I was countering punches, the way I was going under his punches, and by my effectability, and he wasn't able to do anything. Nothing at all.
Concentration, you've got it, though. You did what you had to do, and you went out there, as you said, to punish him and get those hands down and do the job on him, huh?
I hope so, yes. And as I said before, God willing, I'd have a good night tonight. He was willing, so I had a very good night.
You know that Don King was in, of course, and he's talking about after perhaps the affair in Manila the first week in October. He's talking about you next spring, perhaps, against the man that comes out of there. You wouldn't mind something like that on a global nature, would you?
No. I can stand it financially. Plus, I think I can beat Ali. I really do.
Well, you've already done that once. I think
I done it twice.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
The second fight, 17 out of 19 judges thought I won the fight. So I think that proves that I won the fight.
Now, you got back for the one that you lost. Let's talk about that fight. I had a feeling that maybe you were hit late in that first loss in Los Angeles to Garcia. Were you actually a loser in regulation time or play, as we say?
Well, as I said before, I have no excuses for losing. There is no excuse for losing.
Right.
But after viewing the films, I was stuck after the bell, but that's no excuse. I should have been prepared and should have defended myself at all times, like they say before the fight. So there's no hard feelings. I just wanted to punish man for beating me the first time, and I think I've done it. And now I have to beat Ali and Foreman, and I'm happy.
Kenny Norton, you've got your head together in good shape. You really know where you're going as a person, don't you? Not only when you're in this ring. You seem to know what's coming on next for you, don't you?
I want to think that I do. I mean, you can't always be sure or be certain, but you can always have a vague idea. If you kind of steer off course, I have good backers in Bob Bine and Art Rifkin and my father, John Norton, and Arthur Ellen and everybody, Bill Slayton. They kind of see that I keep going straight. I don't veer off the course too much. And I had one of the fellows, Phil Torrance, was very helpful.
All right, now, do you feel like that you sort of speak for a lot of people in Southern California? Are you like the Silky Sullivan that came roaring east as a thoroughbred? Are you the guy that speaks for Southern California or the whole western part of this country? Do you feel that way?
I don't know. I just say I'd rather speak for myself and the people I'm surrounded with and the people who believe in me as a fighter.
But you're very happy tonight, aren't you?
Yes, I'm very late, yes.
Yeah, you've got the one out of the way. You've only lost 3 times. That's an amazing
That's one down, and I have to get Foreman, and I have to get Ali, and I'm happy.
You know, from your old football days, I think you made the right decision. I think you went the right way.
Thank you very much.
Kenny Norton, congratulations.
Thank
CBS
you.
loved it. It was a super fight.
Hopefully so. Thank you.
Okay.
One sign of health in the upper reaches of the heavyweight division is that Ali, Norton, Joe Frazier, and George Foreman make interesting matchups in just about any combination. I'll be back with a look at one man's attempt for a land speed record and a farewell to one of racing's legends after this word from your local station.
Beacon Hill.